Alright, let's watch this Heizou. Heizou.
The name's Shikanoin Heizou, sharpest and most successful detective of the Tenryou Commission. Detective agencies spend too much time investigating extramarital affairs and tracking down runaway pets. And it goes without saying that fighting thugs and fetching things isn't my kind of work. A true detective uses their smarts to outwit criminals at every single turn. You keep following the clues until you find the culprit. And you don't stop until every last piece of the puzzle is in place. There are always those people who resort to violence at the very last second, as if that'll somehow solve their problems. Yeah! Yeah! Fracture! Confess!
I like that map. Okay. Man, Animo outfits are always so...
Let's just hope the rain hasn't washed all the clues away.
I love that he has a knife. He's playing with the knife, but he is not using it. That knife will never see the light of day. Kazuha and Heizou, I love the way that their outfits like fall. Like the shorts with the boots and the shirt. Animo and swagger go hand in hand. It's a baton. Ah, I see. Okay, it's a baton. The only combat style that Heizou will do is Papa. Yeah, this looks, any character that can like pop up into the air instantly, like 10 cool points. 10 points for Animo. Oh, bugs. That's crazy. I had no idea that he was using bugs. Thank goodness I suddenly had the desire to collect them all of a sudden. But I feel like you could build him for Animo damage and you could build him for elemental mastery. But I don't know if you would want to. Unless you're only using him for his swirl. I don't know. I'm not a theory crafter. I'm not a theory crafter, okay? I'm just like everyone else. I'm gonna try out a couple different builds and I'll wait for the smart people to arrive and post their videos. Okay, Dendro. Wait, is that Celestia? Because you can kind of see that there's like almost like a bridge looking thing here. It does look tilted. I mean, it looks a lot more dimensional than what we've seen so far. Who's that up there? Ah! Dendro! Ooh. Okay. What is that? Ooh! This is like
草元素是原神7元素体系中的最后一块拼图，我们打算用一些更成体系的方式去设计它。在 3.0 版本，我们从一开始便邀请了所有的策划、美术和 IP 部门的同学一起讨论，希望大家可以设计出一个耦合程度更高、理解门槛更低，并且相互之间关联更加紧密的体系。草元素的设计之中，存在着3个关键词。
Okay. So, Dendro applied. Hydro applied. What's this?
是催化、智慧以及生命。这3个概念主要体现在元素反应、关卡设计以及场景机制当中，它们之间也有非常紧密的彼此联系。原神的元素反应，一方面是不同的元素设计语言之间的组合，那另一方面，它也是基于日常现象的艺术再加工。举例来说，在原神当中，我们玩家已经见到过的感电现象，它其实是一个符合玩家认知的日常现象，但同时它也是水元素的恢复和雷元素的能量概念结合的产物。那在游戏当中，它也是一个能稳定的散逸能量的现象。基于类似的设计理念，我们在 3.0 版本又推出了2个新的反应。绽放和激化。绽放的灵感是来源于现实生活中花朵的绽放现象，那它同时也是水元素的恢复和草元素的催化2种概念。
Bloom. Okay, so bloom is hydro and dendro. Combination of the recovery aspect of hydro element and the catalyzed concept of dendro element.
结合。而激化反应呢，
The catalyzed reaction, on the other hand, is completely original.
它则是一个完全原创的效果，它来源于雷元素的能量以及草元素的另一个关键词智慧的碰撞。激化反应相关的现象呢，也和须弥当地的历史有着非常深的渊源。
I'm like trying so hard to tell what's going on. So it looks like the enemy is being continuously affected by electro.
智慧的碰撞。激化反应相关的现象呢，
Dendro,
和历史。
If we ignore everything else going on, there's like a wrap of electro right here. Yeah, okay. So it's continuously being wrapped around by Dendro. I mean by electro.
3.0 版本，我们在须弥地区也新增了大量有趣的区域玩法。基于燃烧、绽放和激化3种反应特征，我们定义了一种名为多态转换的设计理念。一部分具有草元素特征的目标，通过使用水、火、雷等元素与之交互，可以让它们在不同的状态之间发生转换，从而产生不同的互动效果。在怪物的生态性上，我们也做了类似的尝试。根据自身所处的环境和受到的元素效果
Cute! It's like a little wizard spirit. If this is the Dendro Spectre, if this is our version for Sumeru, I will not complain. I'm fine with it. It's cute.
受到的元素效果不同，怪物会在不同的状态间来回转换。除了攻击方式会发生变化以外，在特定的状态下击败它们，还能获得罕见的特殊材料。
Okay. Wait. Run that back? Okay, this is new. This is a new concept. So if you, depending on how you defeat certain enemies, you'll get different items. Defeating monsters when they're in specific states. So I think that does depend on how you attack.
败它们还能获
Will get you special rare material. Ooh, this is exciting. Inactivated fungal nucleus. Dormant fungal nucleus.
更多草元素相关的玩法，届时就需要玩家亲自去体验一番。
Definitely like left a lot to mystery with how the Dendro element works. Okay, we have bloom and we have catalyze. What about cryo? Cryo and Dendro was not mentioned. So I wonder if that means that it's not coming. They don't resonate with cryo or geo. I see people saying you could spam melt if there's no reaction. Cryo era. I know. Cryo supremacy is fading. Plant plus cryo equals like when a plant is put in like a freezing environment, it becomes brittle. So almost like a crystallize, but more frail. So my thought was Dendro and cryo should have kind of like a crippling effect. Yeah, hibernate, kind of like shatter, peanut brittle. I mean, that could be something developed in the future. Maybe it would be slowed down and your defense would be decreased. Vulnerable. I think vulnerability is an important part of it. So my level 70 Rosario will be useless? I have no idea. The area. I like the tropical situation here. This, can I just say, this is the most exciting part to me. This little boing. I think Hoyoverse is taking into note the monotony that some players have been feeling. Just casual gameplay. Staleness. Yeah. And people feel that to varying degrees. Like, people who play constantly will feel this more than people who play more casually. But I think this is a nice, like, new element to the game, pun not intended, to kind of revitalize the player experience. There's new elemental reactions to consider, there's new mechanics to consider, it even factors into drops and stuff like that. We actually have to think to get to Sumeru. Yeah, I wonder how the puzzles are gonna be. And obviously, anytime there's a new environment, that's some of my favorite things about the game. And this is just like, all they showed us was like the low level enemies. Fresh combat system is great. It's like changing the meta a little bit. Time to farm for Pyromancer Sumeru. No, stop walking into water! I think there's a difference between like a game becoming harder versus a game becoming more complicated. Like, for stuff like this, it's a matter of like if you're farming for specific materials and like you have to have them in a certain state in order to get the material that you need. It's not necessarily harder, it's just more complicated and more like mentally engaging than just bonk bonk, kill everything, Barbara meta. I think this will also kind of, it makes characters that can apply elements consistently a lot more valuable. I hope that Shinobu will find her place in Sumeru and Lisa. I will be building Lisa for Sumeru, 100%. I'm excited. Level 90 Lisa flex. I guess I'm gonna have to pull on the standard banner again. What can be said about it? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.